so they don't piss us off. All right, welcome. Guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Andres Betancourt, and I'm here with
Kevin Northcutt.
So we're getting started. This is a brand new podcast. Kevin and I are going into business together. And by going into business, I mean I'm working for Kevin. And anyway, we want to start a podcast, construction-themed podcast. We're going to be building homes together and trying to create a podcast to, be able to communicate with customers, let them see a little bit behind the veil, and I think maybe the greater purpose is to lift up construction to, Kevin, you want to speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like in the very beginning, I think that we're talking about, hey, what you and I want to do on the GC side of things or general contracting side of things. But I kind of hope that it kind of leads to, maybe we can get a following and other construction. Like we help others, whether it be a sub or other general contractors, to improve the industry.
Sure.
And so that way, and when we improve the industry, everybody wins: the customers and the subs and the general contractors, the people that are building.
Absolutely. And when you first mentioned podcasting, I loved it. I'm definitely an extrovert. I like talking to people, and the idea of having guests on, interviewing the plumber, electricians, other builders, like hearing stories, man, there's so many funny stories, total wreckage stories from the job sites. That'd be cool. I would love to help people tell their story, give them shout outs, like you said, help the industry, help everybody get more business.
And the more and more, whether the homeowner that ever finds us listens to it, and whether they're ever our customer or if they're somebody else's customer, hopefully maybe we're going to provide some light into what it's like from the point of view of a general contractor or from the point of view as a subcontractor. And then I hope that we can bring some light from the point of view of the customer, so that way we can improve on our end. But then that way the customers understand kind of why some of the things that go on, and that so they can understand. So it's not, when they're in the building process, it's not, they think that somebody doesn't care or don't want it, or, they don't care, or this process is messed up. And sometimes it is. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it is that case, but sometimes it's just
you're touching on something. Trust. It's hard because there's a lot of just bad work, and for the customers, a lot of times you don't know, like, who do I trust? You're telling me it's going to work out. You're telling me this is common. You're telling me, like,
everybody says they do a good home. Most, everybody's using. You're trying to sift through and find good subs to work with, to partner with. And so a lot of GCs will, like I work for, as on the framing end, I work for a lot of GCs.
How many different GCs do you work for?
I don't know, maybe 30.
Currently.
And then, often, some of those guys, and I'm working for each one of those are quote unquote, they're each other's competitor. Mm-hmm. I'm working for them. So the same thing on mine, we're going to be hiring subs that are quote unquote our competitors, that are working for our competitors. Not our competitors, but working for our competitors. So I think a lot of it comes down to is like as a sub, from the point of view of the sub, the good GCs that I've worked for knew how to hold a sub accountable well,
mm-hmm.
communicate to us well, hold people that may not like this, but hold the customer accountable to what the contract says, what they've actually paid for, and so their role as a GC is the kind of a mediator almost between the sub and the homeowner, and holding both accountable.
Sure.
And
GC's also a counselor, financial wizard,
yes.
you know, a therapist, depending on who they're talking to. Yeah.
So those aren't real popular things to talk about because a sub wants to be like, hey, nobody wants to be held accountable. Who wants to be held accountable? Yeah. I don't like it when somebody's holding me accountable.
Yeah, tile guy just screwed up on the grout. Grout's chipping away, and you're like, dude,
we got to fix this.
This is a bad job.
And so and we gotta warranty it up on it. You know, get it done. And so you're having that struggle between the sub and the homeowner. But I think the biggest thing is obviously everybody's saying they're going to do a great job. Mm-hmm. How many people say, hey, we're going to communicate well?
Yeah.
How many people say, hey, we're going to be transparent. We're going to make sure that, hey, we're going to be giving you updated schedules, or, hey, we said we're going to do this week, but this and this didn't happen, and we didn't make it. Stuff's going to happen. We're not going to we're not going to shy away from the hard truths.
Yes.
So that's what that's where I think that where I think we're going to set ourselves apart is the experience.
As your customer, I was laughing with you. You framed my garage, and I was like, man, you were the most expensive bid I had. And you're like, yeah, like the most expensive in 10 counties. And then you said this, and it stuck with me. You said, you didn't buy me for framing. You bought me for the experience. And I genuinely, I've taken that, and I'm on board. Like, Southern Oaks Custom Homes is an experience. A lot of people save $2, get, or, you know, whatever, like just save, and they are miserable. And their builder didn't communicate. Their builder wasn't upfront. Their builder wasn't necessarily honest.
The greatest compliment I think we can get is when the house is done and the keys are being handed over, that they say, I think I want to call the realtor and sell this bad boy and do this again. To me, that would be, with us, that would be a compliment. What if they wanted to repeat immediately? Mm-hmm. Most people don't. They're like, I never want to do this again.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows a person like that. Heck, I've even put one of those people, you know, say, I mean, I don't want to do that. You know, it's like, I hope that we can do that, provide that experience.
I think we can.
And I hope we can provide that experience where, like, hey, the homeowners are like, hey, we want to come on board.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Dude, great episode 1. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the roaring reviews are.
Yes.
So thanks again. And guys, we'll see you guys next time.